Alright, hello all, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. Today I did want to do another showcase. It's been quite a while since I've just straight up launched into a showcase. And part of that being, how long it took me to get the character sometimes. Another part being behind on content. Now that being said, I did have my little summon video for the Dokkan Day tickets, and I did manage to pull my own copy of Tien. So I figured, I might as well jump into like a fight or two, just dedicated completely to like showcasing him. I actually really like him. His details, at least, I haven't like tried him yet. I haven't seen anyone try him. So I'm not sure exactly how he's going to perform. But to me, at least, he looks really good. Now, I did figure maybe a sort of optimal fight to like jump into. I mean, obviously you can see we are on the Vegeta Story, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku fight. I mean, this is a pretty tough fight. Tien has type disadvantage here, but I do think that it's worth showing because off the details, I mean, he looks like he could easily be like a top 10 overall unit in the game. Potentially higher. Now, he is 55%, of course, but, if you are on that level, I mean, all the other characters on that level can go into fights type disadvantage and do perfectly fine. So, I figure while this may be a hard test, it may also be a pretty valuable one. So that's what we're doing here. Now, there we go. For this, I was thinking about maybe doing like a sort of like Dragon Ball Saga team. And in fact, I think this might actually right here be the team. Yeah, I was thinking about doing this team originally. But I don't know. I mean, I might switch over to this team at some point. I'll like jump back in afterwards. But that being said, I mean, the fight has dodge canceling, and a lot of those Dragon Ball characters do really rely on dodge. So I figured we'd more so go with the setup like this. And I think this should work out pretty well. I mean, we do have quite a bit of attack lowering. And this is the sort of strategy you need for this fight. Also, I have not link leveled him yet. However, before I decided I was going to actually showcase him, like immediately after getting him, I did throw some equips on him. It was like a level 8 defense, which is it was a final trump card one of those that you can take on and off, and then I put like a level 3 crit additional on him. So those are the equips I think I'm gonna go with. But since you can't just like take all equips off, I gave him 2 recovery boosts, level 1, just to practically have no equips. And obviously, we have no link levels. So, I mean, all that being said, I think we can jump in. And, I mean, let's see how the boy here is going to perform.
Alright, let's do this.
No way, bro. Hey, well, come on, man. Alright, hold on, I'm going to abandon quest and restart. Maybe we can actually get one on each rotation. If we can't, then I'll just play it, but I'll give it one try here, just to see if I can actually get what I need. Oh no, I want to run 55% Tien. There we go. He has some equips though. Does he have link levels? Yes, a decent bit. Alright, well, I guess we're going with a link leveled friend here.
Let's do this.
Come on, man. And this rotation, these are like my 3 floaters. Alright, one more time. These are literally the 3 characters I have meant as floaters. So I did bring Goku and Vegeta, by the way, because Tien has a design where he wants to be like swapped back and forth between the slots, which I do find pretty interesting. But I will also say on that note, even though it is, I do think it's actually pretty interesting, pretty good. He also, like, that sort of essentially works with like the tag characters, right? So the tag characters, you press the tag function, they can switch from slot 1 to and then go to like slot 2, 3. Tien is just, I mean, he doesn't tag obviously, but he does want to swap every turn between slot 1, slot 2, 3. So I figure that sort of design should work out pretty well, having like 2 of those characters like that. So we're not like getting, in danger for putting in anyone in slot 1. Now that being said, of course the Goku portion for the Gogeta card, I mean, dodge is canceled, but he does still have the guard, so as long as he's supering first, getting some stacks in, I think we should be fine. Okay, finally, we do have exactly the rotations I want. Alright, come on. I'll see this. I think the intro should play here.
I might just possibly be able to have an enjoyable fight.
Should be around here.
Okay, so, as I was saying, for Tien, I do actually find this pretty interesting, pretty good. They do want you to just keep, like, flipping between, because this is for 3 turns, and this is for 4 turns. So ideally, you just, every single time, you're gonna want, and there are locking fights, obviously, so that could mess with this, but they just want you to, turn 1, he's in slot 1, turn 3, he's in, turn 3, slot 2. Like, just keep doing that, and he should be really good. He should maintain buffs, so that should be a pretty interesting, way to run him. I think he should look pretty good, but obviously, we will see. Now, we're starting off here, 225. Okay, now, mind you, we have Legendary Power, Fierce Battle active. Now, with Bulma, we do actually get Incredible Adventure. However, since we don't have link levels, it's just a key link right now. His other links, I'm pretty sure these are just attack links. And, I mean, Crane School Dodon Ray, you're only activating with the new Tao. So, you're probably never seeing those. Now, he does also have this active, which can be activated when there's a Turtle School or Kamehameha category enemy starting from the 5th turn, or starting from the 5th turn from start of battle, which just does ultimate damage in key 24. Tien also does stack, greatly raise attack on the 18 key. He does not stack anything on, the 12 key. I do find it interesting that this is yet another character in 2025, big 2025, without defense raise on super attack effect, which I'm not obviously a big fan of, but I do think he should still be very, very good, even without it. But, I mean, you do have to remember, super attack effect is its own phase, so, I mean, even if, it's like a 30% raise, it's a true 30% higher than what you would have been. If you stack another 30% onto phase 1 with how much he has, I mean, it buffs, but it's not going to be a true 30%, obviously. So, all that aside, let's get started here. Oh, that battle motion seems pretty good. Alright, what do you got for us, Tien? Now, I'm going to save the active for now. I do think maybe starting... we'll do that and then get the key with Bulma. I do think maybe starting from once we get a couple of stacks in, we could throw it out, see how much damage it's doing, and super immediately. What is this going to do? 537. Now, Goku's not built up, so, there is that angle to consider. No damage. However, Tien also didn't have, like, any of his buffs up. So, I mean, they were sort of even footing there, both not being built up. Obviously Tien does need to get hit. He also, the slot 2-3 buff is also pretty impactful. Obviously, doing 0 damage there is not a good look. But I do think, he does get the super effective against all types, I believe it is, for the slot 2-3 buff. So, I mean, if we're playing around that, that should definitely make him look much better. Alright, so we'll have to get to doing that as soon as we can. Although I think we're gonna have to actually keep this Tien in slot 1 again next turn. Obviously Vegeta can't slot 1 yet. Well, I suppose, you know, we don't have the Goku, the ability to tag into Goku quite yet, so it would be better for this card to start on the second rotation. That way, you know, by the time they come back around the second time, we actually can use the tag. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. Now, we do have the support at 60% from my tier, so that's... Okay, I mean, this T ends up to 318k. Now, he did actually have a sort of... That's a level 7 raw defense equip. So, just with the 60% support, I mean, obviously we didn't get to see a Bulma support active for my Tien. So he was higher than 227k starting out there. And she gives 37%, but... Yeah, this is Tien actually with 97 support, I suppose I should say. As well as the level 7, we're starting 318k without any sort of, you know, buffs up here, so... I mean, certainly, with type disadvantage, that is kind of worrying, but he does have a very powerful design, so I think as long as we don't get just, like, caught over and over and over, which, of course, we're going to get caught here, we should be fine. But, I mean, we're probably... Yeah, we're dead here. So, I mean, that's pretty unfortunate. If Goku's going to do all that, you know, that could actually make things pretty tough. You know what? Maybe... I don't know. Maybe this team could be... The thing about this team is I only have my Tien, right? So I think this team could be good for showcasing Tien, but also, like, you know, I only have the one Tien to really show here. I guess let me jump back in with this team again, and then if we and that really sucks having to load like I did a couple times there, but if we see that, you know, this one goes bad again, I suppose I could try that Dragon Ball team with just the one Tien. Oh, come on. Please at least be slot 7. Of course. Of course. Come on, man. Well, this is not going well. Opening rotation. Listen, I've had enough of opening rotation RNG for a lifetime. I haven't even... Oh. I still need to make, I have all the parts for it, but I still need to edit together at the time I'm recording this, the million wasted hours arena video for the semifinals. That was fun. That's fun. It was fun. That event sucks. I need them to put that survey out now so I can bitch at them. Well, respectfully bitch, but you know, I hate that shit. Okay, so we're getting supered here again. Mighty unfortunate. Tien being in the second rotation. Mighty unfortunate. This is not going so well. I do think Tien is going to be pretty good against this fight, but we are just really getting bad luck here. I mean, this Goku can super twice per turn. He does super pretty often before you attack, but I also find pretty often he doesn't. You know, he'll super slot 2-3, or even the slot right after the slot 1 character. And we're just not really getting that here, unfortunately. We're probably dead here. Right? No, okay, we have enough defense. I was questionable if we would, but I guess we do. I don't know how, like, next turn, how is that gonna go? You know, I don't know that that's gonna really work out, but I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, we do have the support from my active here, so that is making us look a little better, maybe, but I don't know. I'm worried about how this run's gonna go. I am trying to, I mean, showcasing, I suppose, a character. You know, we do have a pretty good team here, I think, but, you know, it does also sort of showcase the team, I suppose. We are running. That's why I wanted to run double Tien. I think this could be a pretty good team. But, you know, the dodge canceling from Goku is actually... I'd probably run some different characters. Okay, Mai gets up to being able to do a little bit of damage to Goku if we get enough supers. That's pretty good. I don't know if I've actually, like, ever properly used this Mai, by the way. She's doing pretty good for us, though. Alright, now, unfortunately, the game kind of wanted to mess me over here. Now, there's actually... I suppose I should maybe try this out. I do know, if you look at Tien here, as the second or third attacker in a turn, he does get some buffs here. And the wording on this... Now, usually these second or third attacker or first attacker buffs activate once the phase starts. But I do think the wording here is actually like Vegito Blue, Gogeta Blue 5th anniversary cards, for example. So I do think that this buff here, this bottom one, I think it's should be able to activate, but I'm not 100% confident on that. So I mean, I suppose we need it anyway, and we'll directly be able to tell if our defense goes up. So I mean, let's try this. I think we need it.
Nothing. I'm aiming right for the stakes. Try beam.
Okay, 0 damage again. That's pretty good. Moment of truth, and it does. Yeah, okay. So I mean, as you can see, we jumped up from 200 some odd thousand to nearly 800,000 here. So that's going to do quite a lot for us. Now, I am, once again, I believe it's, I'm pretty confident it's the bottom effect that's activating. That's the one that I thought would activate. So we don't have the 4-turn buff. I suppose the best way to see will be next turn if we, you know, still have the stats or not. But, you know, this is just like for this turn that you can really do this with the active. And hopefully we should be able to live here now with that active. I think we should be fine now. We'll go with that for the damage reduction. I really need healing. I suppose we'll just drop these orbs down. Alright, Tien. Come on, you got this. Of course it has to be a super immediately. I mean, we do have the 75% damage reduction. Yeah, so 93,000. I mean, we still took damage there, but... Okay, that's up to 30 mil now. I'll take that. And this is just going to be double digits. 100,000% double digits. Yeah. Well, triple digits. I mean, it's the same difference. Okay, so, I mean, Tien, that looked pretty good. Now that we have some of the buffs active here, in the ability to sort of swap around, I do think we should be looking pretty good. Obviously, we need to really take advantage of the attack lowering in this fight. I mean, of course, the attack lowering does help Tien look better, because he's going to be tanking better, but, like, you know, that with this fight, if you don't attack lower him, pretty much, like, most of the main, like, sort of big characters can get thrown around. So you do actually really need to take advantage of that ability. Now, I am pretty worried here. This could be sort of run ending. I don't know. I think because we have the type advantage, right? We do have the 50% damage reduction. So I think he'll be better in slot 1 here. And we're gonna try it. Hopefully I'm not wrong. I mean, Bulma has the most attacks there. Oh boy, I don't know. This is pretty rough. The opening rotation. Listen, I've had enough of opening rotation RNG. 264,000. If Gogeta Vegeta card, right? If that gets hit, we should live. If Bulma gets hit, we're probably dead. I mean, she does have the 14% damage reduction now with her guard, but she just does not get high enough defensively. I mean, I don't think we have enough lower attacks in to the point where I could even consider her living. I mean, if she did, that'd be great, but I think it's just like normal she can live perfectly fine. If a super, yeah, this should probably kill her. 100,000%. Especially because our HP is so low. Yeah, see, if we had more HP, she could have lived. But we couldn't really find our footing. Okay. Alright, we still have 2 tries here. I really want to run the double Tien, but it's not working out right now. We're getting pretty bad luck. Let me try running this team. Now, we're only going to be able to run one, Tien here. I suppose it is also worth noting, Tien is obviously a 200% lead. This Goku is a 200% lead, right? So, I mean, we're not on a 220 lead as well. But, like, his only 220 lead, I think, is Mercenary Tao, which I don't have. So it does, create a little issues there. But Goku, obviously his support as well as the damage reduction should be pretty helpful. Obviously having, a lot of shared links, but, once again, Tien's level 1 link, so it's not going to be the most fitting, but, let's jump in with this team, see if we do a little better here. I mean, we're just, like, dripping in support, so maybe that should be able to help Tien. Okay, we're in the second rotation. I do also have the Int Tien here. I'm not sure how he's going to perform. But he does have the attack lowering by 20% for 2 turns. He can get a lot of supers in. So I do think he should be pretty solid, but, obviously we're going to have to see what happens. Now this is pretty deadly. I think I need to put him in slot 1. I don't trust this, though. I mean, that's 40% damage reduction. Well, 48% because of his effect. I think even with 48% damage reduction, though, we're probably dead. If there is a super. So, of course, there's going to be one. What does this do to us? 424. Okay. Well, I mean, Goku actually lived. I mean, that definitely helps us. I just realized, do I not have Strength Bulma on this team? I have AGL Bulma instead. I probably should have had Strength Bulma here. That's unfortunate. Because obviously, I mean, you saw it. She was tanking pretty well, right? And the sort of 2-turn support can be pretty helpful, but I guess... And AGL Bulma can't even dodge here, so maybe I might have thrown a little bit by not having Strength Bulma here, but we'll see what happens. I think this team could be pretty good, though, which is kind of crazy to say that we have... Like, I don't have Tao, but if you had, like, Tao, you have Path to Power Goku, you have the first episode, OG Dragon Ball Goku, you have Tien, like... We have a pretty good, pretty good, like, formula here for a pretty strong, Dragon Ball Saga team, but I am missing some pretty important pieces, so it does lead to, some issues. Alright, here, let me try doing this. Obviously, I do want to get Chi-Chi, even though she's a dodge character primarily. She does have the attack lowering, and she does also have the guard, and like the huge amounts of defense. I do think next to Path to Power, she should be able to hold down slot 1 once we get like attack lowering in. But I guess we'll see. I could be wrong about that. Wow. Okay, we're not even really getting to look at Tien. Oh my gosh, I'm having awful luck. this game, I've had pretty bad luck, just entirely, recently. Hopefully things, switch around for my summons at least, come the global celebration starting here very soon. Because if I got bad luck on my summons, if my, gameplay luck transfers to summon luck, whew, it's been pretty bad gameplay-wise. I cannot find my footing. And of course, I mean, the orbs here, I couldn't really get the 7 orbs that, this guy needs. That's... Okay. Man. Whatever, game. I mean, I could have gotten 6 orbs, I suppose, but that was pretty much all I was going to be able to get. Yeah, I don't know. I've had pretty bad luck with, getting my RNG to actually be pretty helpful for me. I guess it is what it is, but I would very much like if I could, let Tien shine like a star here, because I do think Tien is really insane, but I'm getting pretty awful luck, so we're not getting a chance to really show that. I mean, on turn 2, type of disadvantage, he tanked that for 90k, and that next one he tanked for double digits. So that goes to show, that was a 55% Tien. Now, mind you, he did have some link levels, the level 7 raw defense, but he still, just with the sort of turn 2 buff active, and you could say, oh, well, that was the when attacking buff that was active, not the 4-turn buff. And it's like, okay, well, sure, so it's not the intended buff that was active. However, that doesn't really matter, because both the 4-turn buff and the when attacking buff are both 200% phase 2 buffs. Well, actually not. I take that back. Hold on. Okay. That is actually not a phase 2 buff. That's my apologies. It's the second. Okay, yeah, we're dead. Let me show this. That's actually not a phase 2 buff. It's I could find Tien. Let me just search extreme strength. I misspoke there. So this is the buff I'm pretty confident we had active. It's when attacking. That's a phase 2. So he actually would look worse defensively with just this active. Significantly so, because this is a 200% phase 1 is what this is. And he already has, 280% phase 1. Now, it is worth noting, however, that this buff right here, the several turn buff, that's what was mixing me up. This one is a phase 2 buff. So, I mean, the first turn maybe can look a little iffy. And I suppose maybe this sort of design, you should probably, if you can, try to go for Tien slot 2, 3 first, and then do the slot 1, because that way at least, even though it's not as high of a buff, yes, it's phase 1, I mean, it's still 200%. So from that point on, putting him into slot 1, and then swapping back and forth, he should look pretty good. But, I don't know. I mean, we didn't get to see Goku at his full power by any means. So, I mean, I don't know what Tien would tank for the entire time. But, even though we didn't get to see the full power of Tien here, I do think, we had both our setups had so much attack lowering. Even, Path to Power Goku was getting it, Chi-Chi. If he had the strict Bulma in, originally she has the attack lowering, Tien has the attack lowering. And then we go to the other setup, I mean, Buhan greatly lowers attack. And he could do, 2 supers guaranteed, and then the third, a turn. Alright, we had double Tien there, right? We had Bulma. So, both of the setups that I was running, we were really going to just, rapidly deplete Goku's power. But we just didn't really get a chance to, unfortunately. So, I don't know. How do I want to go about this? it's quite a while at the time I'm recording this until reset. I meant to record this I meant to record this yesterday, but I ended up having a much busier day than I expected I was going to. So we're actually very far away from the reset at the time I'm recording this. And I don't think we got a good enough look at Tien here. I mean, he looked good from what we saw, but like my opening rotation RNG every time, it was awful. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut away. We'll come back. And we'll do like another attempt or two against Tien, maybe, or not Tien, against Goku for Tien showcasing him. I really want to showcase him, but there's only, funnily enough, I have other events I want to try him in. So I might even record those before I get the chance to continue this showcase. I don't know. Damn. Alright, we'll cut away. We'll be back later on. Alright, we're back. Like I said before, I'm going to try seeing if I can get this sort of team to work. We'll do another attempt or two here, just trying. We'll see. I think he could, be really good though. So let's jump in. We'll see what happens. If we're good, we're good. If we're not, that's what it is. I will say, I did. I've used quite a bit of more of Tien in between the last time I recorded this. I did record the Battle Hardened Formidable Foe Stage 6, finally. And of course, in usual fashion for me, my my units got really unlucky and it took forever. But, I did manage to get the dub. And I'm really liking Tien. I think they cooked with him. That's 6 orbs is not good, but we'll make do with what we got. I probably should damn, did I? Okay, that's not good. We might live though, maybe. Yeah, Chi-Chi, she's so crazy. I mean, we're dead still, but she's like a dodge character, and she has build up. She phase 2 build up 100%. Okay. I think that was pretty good. If I had gotten the more orbs with Goku, we would have lived. We would have been fine. As crazy as that sounds.
All right.
They definitely cooked with her.
This.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, let's just I'm actually gonna turn that off. Let's get both their animations in here. That should be pretty nice. The intros. We'll run them side by side.
Let's see. 1,400 miles northeast. Pleased to kill you. I might just possibly be able to have an enjoyable fight.
Alright, here we go. Now, I am a little worried, I'm not gonna lie, about Chi-Chi next turn. But I think we should ultimately be fine. Now, the thing with Tien, that I found at least, his first turn he definitely does want to be sort of in slot 2. And then, from then on, you can start, rotating him around in the slot 1 and back and forth. He's just so good. He definitely does his job very well. I'm really impressed with the job they managed to do with him. Okay, and that's... Alright, we're getting a counter with Tao. Now, it is worth saying that Tien is on a 420% lead here. This isn't a... what's the... This isn't like just a 400% or a 440, right? We have Tien, not Tien, excuse me, Tao. He's obviously 220, and then he is on Youth Goku, and Path to Power, but that's obviously just a 200. So you're not doing damage here. I mean, we have Goku's support is active, buddy. I'm so sorry to tell you. But yeah, this team, I think it'll go to show. I mean, it's meant as like a TN showcase, obviously, but I think it's just going to show the power of the Dragon Ball team in general at this point. I mean, we're taking a little bit of damage there. But, like, we're going to be able to just insanely destroy this Goku. Like, with the Int Tien next turn, he's going to do an excellent job of lowering the attack. And well, I'll probably honestly keep him on the rotation. At least until we get Path to Power over there. Because I am going to be worried about Chi-Chi.
It should be around here.
Honestly, I don't know if Chi-Chi might be dead here, to be fair. I don't know if I can even live this turn, in all honesty. Because Chi-Chi, she does need Goku attacking in the same turn for the guard, for the defense. Does it SA? No, it's just the... Okay. Alright, it's time to try and get lucky. Or we're just going with this, and we'll see what happens, I think. Ultimately, all that I can do. I mean, if we get a lot of attack lowering, that could be insane, but... Okay, that's just the normal. 135,000. Now, to be fair, he's going to get a lot more tanky the more he's attacking. I mean, he's getting the 50% for 9 turns. So, the more supers this guy's getting, he can get really crazy. And his sort of attack buff, it's the once only, but for 2 turns, so that should be looking pretty good. Can we... More supers? Thank you. And Chi-Chi and Bulma will both get some attack lowering. I don't know what he'll take here, to be honest. He might be dead. Yeah, we're dead. Alright, that's fine. I mean, if that's like Tien with like 2 turns of the stacking, like he'd be fine. That's just very unlucky that oh no, can I there we go. I definitely want Tao.
Alright, let's do this.
Do we have Tao and Tien together, please? Yes, we do. Alright, this should be good now. Alright, we should be fine. I mean, the links are going to be a little messed up, to be fair. Because we definitely need Tien next to Tien, but besides that, we should be looking pretty good here. Now, I definitely don't want to ruin... He needs at least 7, right? Or does he need 8? It's just 7, okay. That'll give Chi-Chi the damage reduction. And then getting Bulma support as well, we should be more than fine here. Because we saw her tanking before. I mean, she should be better here, significantly. Yeah, that's double digits. Alright, what she eat the super for now? I'm curious. It was what, like 450-something thousand last time? 407. I mean, not the... Ooh, Jesus Christ. I did not realize there were that many attacks there. Oh, no. I think we might still live here, honestly. Because Goku has his unit super, which means he's going to attack lower. And Bulma has her guaranteed super, which means she's going to attack lower. Now, we're probably going to need to see her honestly even do an additional super. And we'll probably need to see the other super against Goku here. But as long as Bulma isn't getting supered, we should live here, I think. Because she has guard plus the, 15% damage reduction because of her 7% plus Goku's 8. Yeah, Goku should live here, 100%. I'm very confident he should live. Yep, huge. Alright, I mean, we're... 10% HP is not good by any means, but I think we should be fine. I mean, it's definitely... The first couple turns for setup are a little rough here, but, I mean, and I'm missing several options, but this is... I mean, this is meant as a Tien showcase, but this just goes to show, I think, the OG Dragon Ball team being able to you know, go against one of the harder fights in the game is definitely very insane. Ooh. I could... Interesting. I could have him attack. And I could use... So, he has the tech. You know, I did explain this before, but it's this buff he can get. I could use that. And then throw him slot 1. That way we could have the best, like, links. Although... Who's going to be better defensively is the thing. Because he has his 80% damage reduction. But he temporarily has 75%, which does change. I'm going to try this. Well, I don't know if it's the best decision, but we're going to try it. As long as the first attack's not a super, I think we should be fine. Like, if Tien can get his super in first, we should be chilling. And then we'll grab all these, get a lot of healing, hopefully. And the attack lowering... Ah, damn it. I mean, maybe. We'll see. What do we take? Double digits! That's 55% Tien. I mean, mind you... You know, we did get attack lowering from all 3 of the characters last turn. But I don't know if like I can like just be like, oh, that's bad because of attack lowering. It's like you're supposed to attack lower this fight. And he's still type disadvantage. He's still class disadvantage. Regardless, he's still 55%. He's still link level 1. You know, we don't have like raw defense on him or anything. Like I'd say that's pretty good. I think, honestly, we probably already won this fight at this point, honestly. I mean, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Definitely depends on if, like, Tien here, this Tien, the forearm Tien, gets a lot of his supers, because I mean, he could definitely still get caught. We'll have to see, but I think we're starting to look pretty good here. Okay, we need to, thank you, I was going to say. I mean, he could definitely... We could probably still die here, honestly, because of Tien. But... This is a pretty good start, at least. We just have a lot of HP loss, unfortunately. Oh, no, we're... Okay. No, I think we might... We might have this. Now, what's his active do exactly again? Okay, now he does get the huge amounts. 159% when attacking. I might need to take advantage of him in slot 1. I don't know if I can. Will Chi-Chi be fine? Maybe. The thing is that those tech orbs are what I need as well. To get the damage reduction. So I can't heal. This is going to be close, but I think this is the optimal play here. We do have a lot of attack lowered at this point, mind you, but I mean, he could still... This is turn 3, he's still raising his attack. This could definitely still kill us. Let's see. 63,000! Yo, Chi-Chi! She's just a goated banner unit in general, but that's insane. Yeah, I don't know. I think we... Now, Goku's not going to have his unit super here, because it's just... I think it's just Roshi, Aider, or Android 8, Bulma, and, like, Yamcha, I think are the characters that can activate it. Maybe, like, Ulan? What? Ulan, however his fucking name is pronounced. So, I don't know if I don't know that we're in the clear yet. We're not getting as much attack lowering here, but, you know, this is, I think this is a good sign. You know, we're looking pretty good. I mean, we've only done a health bar here, but obviously Tien is greatly stacking attack. So he's gonna start looking more and more crazy as we continue through here, right? So I do think we're starting to look pretty good, pretty set up here. And hopefully we can get like a Bulma active turn for Tien later on. That could be pretty nice. Okay. I'm just so worried about the HP as the thing, though. What's he gets when receiving an attack, right? Yeah. Wait, that was strength and int during the Q-Series. I can't take advantage of that. I need to do this. I need the healing. Tien will be able to give us a lot. Although I do need to be careful to also ensure how the int orbs drop. That's perfect. Oh yeah, 12 orbs? Huge. Okay, we should be perfectly fine here. Yeah, Tao should be fine. I mean, he'll take damage, but I think he'll take damage at least. No, he didn't. Yeah, we've just gotten so much attack lowering at this point. I mean, you could say, like, this much attack lowering is kind of cheese. And, I mean, to be fair, you're not exactly wrong. But this is how you're supposed to play the fight. So, I don't know, like, and this is, like, you know, a lot of the OG Dragon Ball characters rely on dodge. So, I mean, I think this is a pretty fair, like, way to look at the team. And that's a 58 mil from a 55% Link Level 1 character. I'd say that's pretty good, right? I mean, it's not, we don't have the crit, but we're going to start to do some pretty crazy damage with him as we continue through here. So, I mean, they made him look so good. I really do think so. And, I mean, we're on turn 4 here, so if we're taking, like, no damage at this point, like, I think we're fine. Mostly. I think we have the dub here. It's just, I mean, it's a matter of time. Although, then we get a turn like this, and that makes me... Okay. What if I do this? Damn, 6. So we're gonna miss out on this damage reduction here. Which is mighty unfortunate. At least we'll be able to get healing from Tien here. Okay, we should be fine. Now, obviously he's attack lowering. It's for 2 turns, so it's not active anymore. Damn. Yeah. See, if we had the damage reduction, it's Tien's attack lowering. It's 20% for 2 turns. The int Tien. So that being not active anymore, that's what killed us. And not being able to get the orbs, both those things. Unfortunate. I mean, I'd like to get the win in, but at the same time, like, I feel like we've gotten a pretty good look. You know, I mean, we did another, 3 tries here? We did 6 tries before. I mean, Tien himself is looking pretty crazy. I feel like maybe I could do more, but... And we did get caught, unfortunately, but that's... You know, there's only so much I could do about orb luck. You know, we had Rainbow Orb changing and it still didn't really play out for us. Unfortunate, but I mean, we had to eat like all those orbs last turn because we needed Bulma's abilities. And we needed the healing, so it's... You know, I'm not really sure how differently I could have played that. But, I mean, I think that it goes to show, I mean, he was definitely looking very nice throughout it. As well as, I mean, probably part of why I'm feeling pretty good about him as well is, like I said, I've gotten quite a bit of the last part of gameplay in with him against the Battle Hardened Formidable Foe Stage 6. I'm going to try and get both of these videos up the same day. Probably I'll honestly try and get that one up first. Just to, you know, show both that and this, I feel like would be... I mean, I've gotten so much experience with Tien now. I really do like him, even mine 55%. I feel like he's got to be one of the best units in the game. I don't
think he touches any of the like Gogeta Vegetos, but I mean he's probably top 10, honestly. I think he is. He's so good. I'm pretty happy with this stuff. I'm pretty content. I think we'll end this here. OG Dragon Ball team. I mean, even when I'm missing my own Tao, I'm missing, you know, Youth Goku, right? I'm missing all these pretty big characters, right? I mean, we're still able to make something like this look pretty damn good. You know, we're not obviously on the full 440. So I mean, that's pretty great to me. It's just with the amount of, I mean, even though the OG Dragon Ball team is good right now, it's the fact that it is good right now. You know, even though it would suck to push some of the characters off the team, it's like I can't help but think there's no way they buff it so much after not touching it for 10 years if they have nothing planned. Like I really think like New Year's OG Dragon Ball, I think is what we'll see. But you know, we'll cross that bridge once we get there, of course. But you know, we'll end this here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.